How did Weight Watchers go? Stick around to find out. Hi friends, thank you so much for joining me. This last week I tried Weight Watchers, and it was the old blue plan, or what used to be the blue plan. And I feel about it the same way I think I always feel about Weight Watchers whenever I've tried it. And that's kind of meh. For me, and maybe it's just the foods that I like to eat or something, I don't know, but I tend to undereat when I do Weight Watchers. I cross-track with that healthy app. It lets you, if you actually buy it, it lets you cross-track. I think I might have mentioned that. So I did, verify calories, and there's days I only did 900 calories. And then what happens is but I stayed within, points. And then what happens is I have a day when I'm starving and I eat everything in sight. And so for me, I feel like Weight Watchers actually encourages my binging, and that's just me. I'm not saying it's a bad program. It's not. For some people, it is the thing that helps them, better than anything else. So I feel like you really just have to kind of figure out what works for you. For me, I think it just, I wind up eating too low in calories, and I don't go around just eating, chicken breast all day, and, and I'm actually a pretty healthy eater. So maybe I don't eat enough fruit, maybe would potentially probably be part of it, because I don't have fruit every single day. So maybe that would have helped if I had had more fruit. I don't know though. For me, I don't think it's a good fit. It might be a good way to kind of cross-check, a different meal plan, just to make sure it's not, way out of whack or something like that. Maybe, I don't know, but I feel like macros, just, counting calories and then maybe checking with macros is probably a better way to go for me. So, all in all, it was an okay week, but definitely, not one of my best weeks. This week, I thought I would try, there's a YouTuber she's not a weight loss guru or anything like that. She actually does anti-aging. Her name is Angie, and she has the channel Hot and Flashy, and I'll link that down below. But she does do, about once a year, she'll do what I eat in a days, because she'll do different fashion videos, and then people always ask her, hey, how do you stay so slim? And, that kind of thing. So, so she'll do, about once a year. So she'll share what her meal plans look like. So I watched, I actually kind of back-to-back watched those, which I hadn't done before. And just to kind of find what the trends were that she did over the years. And she pretty much has eaten the same way. She says for at least 20 or 30 years, something like that. And she's kind of a creature of habit. She has the same breakfast, the same lunch, and then gets some variety in at dinner. So I thought this week I would try her meal plans and just kind of see, what I like. And what I'm hoping to do really from all this is sort of create my own, long-term plan for, getting weight off and keeping it off. Side note, after this last week, I don't know, I feel really like bloated and yucky, honestly. And so I did go ahead and jump on the scale this morning, even though I said I wasn't going to actually weigh in until it would be May 1st before I weigh in again. And yeah, I'm up 5 pounds. So that was disheartening, and I'm trying very hard to just forget that I weighed. But I don't know. I knew I wasn't losing, because my clothes aren't getting any looser. And like I said, I feel blah after this last week. I don't know. And it shouldn't be, like that time of the month or anything. So, I don't know. I haven't lost weight since January at this point. And I'm like, what am I doing? What's happening? And so, I don't know. Of course you go through all the, like, why am I trying? Because I could eat whatever I want and be the same weight. So I know some of you can relate to that thinking and, feeling that way. And I'm disappointed in myself, but I also do know the effort I've put in. And so, I don't know. And I think, part of it is not being able to work out and stuff with, all my various injuries. I owe you guys a video on that. It does bring up some other kind of negative thoughts and things when I talk about that. So I kind of don't want to, honestly, but I will. Not this week. I'm going to wait until I'm in a little better place, and then we'll talk about it. But I'm excited for this week. I do, and I feel like maybe just by switching it up like this, and, just always feeling like I've got a new a new plan, like something to look forward to for the week. Maybe that'll at least keep me trying. So, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. Kind of wish I hadn't waited, honestly, but in a way I am kind of glad too, because, you know, I do need to kind of have that checkpoint on what's happening. And so I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to give it a shot this week and try her meal plan and see if I like it and how it goes. I did already put it into, my tracker, and it's actually a little high in calories for me. She eats a little bit more, I don't know if it's more sugar exactly, but like she has like orange juice and things, which I don't ever have that. So there's a couple things that, you know, that she has that I usually don't have. Yeah, so it's a little bit higher in calories than I usually do. Like if I actually do all the snacks and everything like she does, I think she eats about 1,600 to 1,700 calories a day probably. But she also works out 4 times a week, and, you know, she, you know, doesn't have the physical limitations either. So, I'm sure she's able to, you know, jump up and down and work out hard. And so she's probably burning, you know, 300 of that off every day anyway. So I think that's probably a big part of it. So, we'll see. I'm just going to give it a shot and, see how it goes. So, I'm going to show you a full day of trying out her meal plan, and, we'll go from there. So if you guys have any other, you know, ideas for me, or other, you know, diets that you followed that you've actually found success on or whatever, if you would leave those in the comments for me, I'd love the suggestions. So, looking towards, you know, maybe writing out over the next, you know, month or two, you know, kind of different things to try. And, I've got to find the secret sauce. It's out there. I just, you know, it's out there. It's in here. It's in here. I just got to find it. So anyway, I will stop talking and move you on to breakfast. For breakfast, she has some sort of cereal every single morning. And so a couple of the ones that she mentioned were like these Nature's Path. This one is the Flax Plus multi-brand. There's just different ones that she's mentioned kind of in her different videos. So this is the one that I picked up, and she says she does anywhere from a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup. And so I did 3/4 of a cup in this. You can see how tiny this little bowl is. I do want to be careful, because I think if I don't want to under eat either, because then I'll just be starving and I'll eat all the wrong things. So, so this one for a cup, it's 150 calories. You can even, I mean, even if you did a whole cup, it's really not that bad. But I do have 3/4 of a cup here. She adds a bunch of almonds, pecans, walnuts, pepitas, all the things to her bowl that's actually in this omega-3. The only thing she doesn't mention is the cranberries, but she does talk about one of her cereals having, I can't remember if it was cranberries or, some kind of something like that. And then, also some of the ones she gets have like nut clusters and things, which that obviously has like honey and stuff in it, which is more sugar. So I think it's fine. And obviously this is what I have. I'm going to go ahead and do, this is 30 grams. So I'm going to go ahead and add that whole thing. And that's what she does, is she says that she takes the cereal and mixes all these nuts and things into it. So that way she can just pour it out that way in the morning. So, so I'm going to start with that. Then she also has a little glass of orange juice with her vitamins. And then she uses this oat milk. And so I'm going to do the same. She doesn't say how much she uses. So this is a 1/3 cup. So I'm going to see what that looks like and then kind of go from there. If you've never used oat milk, it is kind of this brown, weird color. Don't let that freak you out too much. I think I can get away with 1/3 of a cup. I'm going to try that. If I want to add just a tiny bit more, if it doesn't seem like enough, I will. But I'm going to try and get away with just 1/3 cup of the oat milk. This for for a 1 cup is 120 calories. So also, not too terrible, but that's the oat milk. So that is going to be breakfast. So I will give that a shot and let you know a little bit later what I think. And then I'm going to go ahead and also have my coffee. She doesn't drink, she drinks tea, not coffee, but she does add milk or cream and sugar to it, is what she says. So I think just my coffee that I do with my protein is going to be just fine. Again, I don't use the whole bottle of the protein. I just kind of use it like it's creamer. So I think that's going to be just fine to do that. I'm actually probably getting a little less sugar in than she is even, and a little more protein, which is never bad. So that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, we'll see how long this sticks with me, and we'll see you at lunch. Lunch, she typically has some kind of salmon, either a salmon salad sandwich or a salmon salad over salad or over lettuce. So I actually have these whole wheat pitas, which is in one of her videos what she used. So I thought I'd try that. It disintegrated terribly, so sorry, it's not going to be as pretty, but that's okay. And then I also have some grapes here too. In that pita, I already have some Dijon mustard, so that will be in there. And I'm going to go ahead and make up the salmon salad. So in here, I have a 1/4 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. In her video, she actually uses 2% Greek yogurt. So I think probably either is fine. So I just happen to have some non-fat left, so that's what I'm using. To that, I'm going to add the salmon. This is salmon that I just baked up in the oven and then let cool a little bit. And I have a little bit more over there. I'm going to see if this is enough or if I want to add a little more. And on the top of the salmon, I just did my garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of soy sauce just for some extra flavor. It's one of the ways I love to have salmon, so mix that together. Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more to that. If I had celery, I would chop up some celery and add that in. I think I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of pickle relish to it. So basically anything you would do in tuna salad, you can do in salmon salad. So you could chop up pickles if you wanted to. I happen to have some sweet relish, so I'm just going to do a little dab of that. That was a big dab of that, but that's okay. So for a tablespoon, it's 10 calories. So I'm going to say that's probably a tablespoon and a half at the most. So I'm not overly worried about it. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my pita and show you what it looks like. So I did use about 1/3 of the salmon. So I'll use that over 3 days so that I can kind of calculate how many calories I had over the 3 days. And this is what my lunch looks like. Sorry for the terribly torn pita, but that's okay. That's what happens sometimes. So this looks delicious. I'm actually really excited to try it. So may not look like a lot, but I think it's going to be really good. So I'm going to sit down, enjoy that, and then I will bring you back for a snack. Oh, incidentally, breakfast. I meant to share, breakfast did actually stick with me pretty well. I started to get a little bit hungry about an hour ago, but I was really busy at work. So it stuck with me pretty well, not as well as like my oatmeal breakfast does, but not too bad. I almost forgot the funnest part, if I get this lid off, of one of the things that she does. This is just this one's cran apple. She uses, like cranberry, berry, whatever mixes. And she does just a tiny bit. She calls this a cran ball. So she does just a little bit in the bottom. And then she adds in, she uses this, it's called Poland Springs, I think, mandarin orange sparkling water, which I couldn't find at my store. But I did find the Spindrift sparkling water. And it says in real squeezed fruit. So it seems like it doesn't have, a whole lot of anything bad in it. It's 12 calories for this whole can. I've never tried this, so we're going to try it in this cran bob, as she calls it. So I'm going to mix that in. Almost forgot the best part. All right, so that is going to be my lunch. I'm going to get that salmon put away into the fridge and get going on eating this lunch. I'm hungry. I am ready for my first snack of the afternoon, and it's going to be peanut M&Ms. She actually eats dark chocolate peanut M&Ms, but this is what I have. So if I buy more, I will go ahead and get the dark chocolate, but because I had these, it's fine. So I'm going to go enjoy these, and I'll let you know if I have another snack. I am hungry for another snack. She typically has like a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt or a smoothie or something like that for her next afternoon snack. I don't have any more Greek yogurt because I just used it all in that salmon salad. So I'm going to just do 2% cottage cheese because I do have that. It was some everything but the bagel seasoning on top, which I do like. But just to kind of give you a couple different ideas there. So I'm going to have this, and then next up will be dinner. Incidentally, at lunch, that drink, that cranbob drink, I did not like that. So I did drink it all. I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have just dumped it and had water. I'm not a fan. I don't think I'll make that again. But everything else has been really, really good so far. So I'll see you at dinner. It's dinner time. So for dinner, I have one of these dill pickle, the chopped kit. What I do, I took a head of romaine and chopped it up. I chopped up some spinach as well, some baby spinach, and put that in here with this whole kit. So that's why my bowl is much bigger. If you were to just make this kit, it's about not even half that much. So I take one of these kits, and there's 3.5 servings per container, and it's 150 calories. What I do is I make it actually 3 servings, and I add all that extra lettuce in here. So when I actually track this, I'm going to track it as if I had just a third of the package. So I'm going to try and I'm just eyeballing it, and I'm going to try and get about a third of this on my plate. Sometimes, and actually I'm really hungry tonight, so sometimes I'll have a little bit more than a third, and I just count it. It's fine. No big deal. And I might tonight. I'm kind of looking at what my plate looks like. Yeah, I might go a little more. I might do more like half. We'll see. I'm actually very, very hungry, so I think maybe I will do half. Get some of these. Oh, yeah. I want a big salad. So normally I'll only do like a third. I'm really hungry, so I'm going to do half. It's fine. And then I'm going to add to the top of that, I have a rotisserie chicken. So I'm just going to add some chicken breast from that to the top. And that's going to be my dinner. Nice and easy. I have no doubt that Angie from Hot and Flashy would not use this salad kit. She actually has a dressing that she makes, and I do want to try that. I have these in there, and I need to eat them before they go bad, so that's why I'm doing it. It is a little bit of a creamy dressing, but it's not terrible. And it's still, I mean, you can obviously overdo it with salad, and that's why I kind of bulk it up with some extra just, regular grains. Because I could easily eat this whole package if I didn't do that. So I'm kind of cutting it back by doing that, but I don't think she would approve of that dressing. So she does like I want to say it's like a balsamic lemon tzatziki dressing, something like that. I don't think I even have all the ingredients, but I would like to try it and see how it is. So anyway, I'm babbling because I'm hungry and I need to just stop talking and eat. So I'm going to eat this. She doesn't do any kind of dessert, so sadness, this would be it. I did go ahead and track though for the whole day. I'm going to have to increase for the salad, having half that salad kit. So if I'm guesstimating, I was at just under 1,450 calories, so that would take me to what, about 1,600. And she actually sometimes has an extra snack. She'll have a green tea and some almonds was another snack that she mentioned that she has. So I think she's actually eating closer to 1,600 to 1,700 calories a day. But she also, I think I talked about already, she also exercises more than I do. So, not overly surprising, I guess. But yeah, so a little bit high in calories for me today, but yet I'm really, really hungry. So I'm not sure. It could just be I'm having a hungry day. That does happen. All in all, I mean, it's delicious foods that I like. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and eat this and wrap things up. And that is all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and click that bell for notifications. And any comments that you have or suggestions, I'd love to hear them down below. As always, if you're on your own journey, good luck this week, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. My dog's playing with her phone on the hard floor.